now that we have made it to the semifinals, I am no longer alone, Papi. I'm no longer alone. I'm joined by the lovely, the beautiful, the AsherBro. Oh, welcome.
I was promised Mio. I have to riot now.
I know, Smurge, Papi, Smurge. Me and Micah, he signed up, he checked in, he's online in Discord, but he I guess something came up and he didn't play, Papi. He didn't play. Smooth. Yeah.
Oh well, we still have some very strong players left in this bracket. Pretty sick to see Kyo signing up. I wasn't expecting that. As here we go. We're going to be jumping into it in the bottom right hand corner of the map. Representing Juggernauts, this is GogojOey.
And sporting in the top left hand corner of Grassfarm, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss representing Team Abydos. It is NightMare.
GogojOey is not a duckling anymore.
Oh, it's we'll figure it out. I was asking if the Juggernauts is still a team, and he responded to me kinda.
Yeah, okay.
so take that what you will. Oh my god. So we'll clear that up. We'll clear that up. But yeah, it is really cool to see Cure signing up here for the event. He's already in the upper semis. To let everyone know, we will be casting both semifinals and the finals, so we won't be missing out on any of that Cure action.
Wait, I didn't know that either.
Just for you, Papi. Just for you.
Oh.
Oh my god. And I guess this is just a quick little reminder to people as well. For those who don't know, there is a Matcherino page for this tournament, !Matcherino, if you want to support the event. You don't have to by any means, but if you wish to help fund the prize pool or help boost the prize pool even, then it is available to you if you wish.
Just had a pizza light. I'm still thinking about my pizza.
What'd you get on the pizza, mate? What'd you get?
I actually have to look it up. I wasn't paying that much attention when I was
look
eating
it up?
One of them was like a chicken one.
Uh-huh.
It's like veggies and... Oh, it's like a chicken capsicum one.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was just like a veggies one.
Okay. You got two pizzas?
Like roast veggies. Yeah. You have to get two, because then you have leftovers, and it's like worth the delivery.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's like a chicken one and a roast veggies one.
Okay. I like, what'd you eat? And you're like, what did I eat?
Yeah.
What?
I knew like roughly. I knew one of them had chicken and one of them had like veg.
You're like,
but
mate,
I just wanted to see if there was more detail.
Yeah, you're like, mate,
There wasn't, but they were wood-fired.
the pizza arrived, and I put it inside me, Papi. All right? I don't care what it was. It's inside.
Yeah, it's just like cheesy and it tastes good, and it's got some stuff on it.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna have to make one afterwards, so I didn't. There wasn't a quiz afterwards.
Like, why would you ask me what I ate, mate? What are you talking, mate? It's food. It's just food, mate. It's pizza. Let's go. So, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what you need to know. It's pizza.
Fair enough. As mate, we have a link flood, by the way. Mate, I think the game's over. The pylon's gonna die. The gateway's gonna get depowered. We have a recall for one adept that's barely alive, by the way. And GogojOey with link speed finishing up. He's gonna be able to kill everything.
Yeah, it looks like he just kind of ran around the adept, and now we're just flooding in links. There's no pylon, so he can't rebuild this wall, and that might just be it.
That may just be it. It's going to be close here. Okay, the pylon does get repowered. We're a couple of seconds away from finishing up the next adept, but it's not going to finish.
Yeah, link speed is finished. We've got a Void Ray coming out, but I don't think the Void Ray is going to be able to get through these fast enough to stop the probes from going down.
Oh my god, we have a shield battery on the way. The Void Ray will finish up, but as you said, the DPS on the Void Ray is very, very low. It's going to take a long time to clean up these links, but we have an adept that did survive in this mineral line as well. With that, the main is going to be able to survive, but look at what's happening at the natural.
Ooh, core goes down. Gateway going to be going down as well, so it's going to be no gateways left to try to rebuild a gateway and a core in the main there. But I mean, even if he holds this, he's going to be so far behind, and that's a big if, because another Linger flood coming straight on into the main. He's going to be focusing down the battery and the adept. A bit of an interesting choice there. The probe's getting some good surface area here, so yeah, not quite going to work out here for GogojOey.
Yeah, GogojOey has to be careful not to overextend. There we go. He does focus now on the natural base. The Nexus is completely surrounded, and NightMare cannot stop it. He can't reinforce. There's still no gateway. It's still on the way. And now that the Nexus has gone down, NightMare is knocked down to 1 base economy. Well, he already was, but he'll stay that way.
Oh yeah, he can't put the economy on. The base is gone.
Oh,
there's no. It's over.
I mean,
No.
To be fair, we have 2 Void Rays, and mate, I'm gonna unlock a hidden memory. Do you remember the game we casted? I think it was Ender versus Starduck. What did I cast with you, or did I cast with?
I don't think it was me. When I see this, the game that's coming to mind for me is Chappie losing to a ladder random player because they went into like 8 Void Rays, which apparently isn't a thing anymore, but it sure looked like a thing.
yeah. Oh my god. I think it was in the last map pool. It was Starduck versus Ender. As Starduck was knocked down to, he had 8 probes. He had 8 probes and 2 Void Rays. And I think Ender had like 30 drones and 3 bases. And like 3 queens. And Starduck won.
He did I didn't hear no bell. I didn't hear no bell.
Starduck went across the map with his Void Rays. He like killed a queen, and there wasn't creep connecting all the bases, so he killed the queen, he killed a base, he killed another queen, he killed another base. Like with 2 Void Rays. No. It was so smooch, puppy. It was so smooch.
Hey, and I mean, NightMare's got 3 Void Rays.
Oh.
It's over.
It's over, Poppy. It's over. Here we go. The 3 Void Rays are making their way across the map. We have a Dark Shrine behind this as well. NightMare, he knows that Protoss has the tools to win from this position. The Nexus is being remade.
Yeah, behind this for GogojOey, we've got Bane Nest +1 on the way. He's just kind of droning up comfortably. Is it a pretty good drone count, especially compared to the Protoss here? But do we have spores? We've got a spore at the 3rd at least. Do we have spores at the main and natural? Yes. Okay, so we should be okay here.
Yeah, yo, GogojOey, he doesn't want to get endered. He doesn't want to get smudged upon. I mean, he's losing a lot of these overlords. Like, these Void Rays are getting a lot of value here. This is going to be supply blocking GogojOey.
Yeah, it is, and it just kind of presses GogojOey into his corner of the map, takes away a lot of that map vision. This hatchery here could actually be in a little bit of trouble as all these 3 Void Rays look to converge here.
Yeah, they are converging, coming together as one, and with the power of 3 Void Rays, what are these queens really going to do? They push away one of them, but ooh, we do have that cancel in the 4th.
Yeah, counts goes down. Bit of hull damage on that 1 Void Ray. Definitely going to be important for NightMare that he doesn't lose these, but oh, the Link's out at the front. I think he might have seen those DTs warping in.
Oh, he may have caught a glimpse of it. Has he really been able to piece it together, though? We do have a lair on the way back at home, and it should finish up soon, so we can make some mobile detection. We do have a couple of spores set up as well, but with no spore at this 4th, we may see another cancel.
Okay, yeah, I think so. I mean, might even be losing some of these queens, as there we go. The DT is going to be jumping on top of everything here. Quick transfuse coming out from GogojOey, but 1 queen still going to be going down here.
Yeah, 1 queen goes down. The DTs have arrived. We do have an overseer being morphed in, but now we're gonna have to cancel. Ooh.
And he left that to the last minute as well.
Oh, he really...
I don't know. I feel like it's pretty hard to tell how many DTs are there, so it'd be hard to keep track of the swipes there.
Yeah.
It was definitely a bit risky to do it like that.
It really was, especially with the Void Rays coming in as well to add some of that DPS. So thankfully he does get the cancel off, but because of this, NightMare he's actually recovering quite well. Like, tech-wise, he's still not in a great place. Like, he's lacking upgrades. He doesn't have a Twilight Council for, like, Blink or Charge or anything like that. But he is solidifying himself on these 3 bases. Like, look at this. Like, this 3rd is not going to get broken anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm definitely pretty surprised at how well NightMare's been able to situate himself in this game after such a disastrous early game. I mean, he's still behind for sure, but I don't feel like him getting back into this game is out of the realms of possibility.
Yeah, he's behind, but he's not dead by any means. Like, he's getting saturated here on his 3 bases. He's making a 2nd Stargate. He's starting Phoenix production. Interesting choice. I approve of the 2nd Stargate. It does make plenty of sense. Phoenixes are going to be an interesting way to kind of diversify this army, especially if, yeah, he's going to continue Phoenix production.
Yeah, okay. So it might be just making a few of these just to be safe from any potential muta switch. I don't know if he scouted the Spire. I think he might have.
I think he did with hallucination. Yeah, he did with hallucination.
Yeah, so definitely makes sense to just get a few of those Phoenix. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him just get 3 and then stay on 3. But meanwhile, for the Zerg, we have +2 and Bane speed on the way, so that's going to be a very effective tool for taking out mineral lines once the Protoss spreads out a bit more and things get a bit more chaotic.
Definitely, definitely. And I do also think that maybe GogojOey could have done a better job at just being greedy. I feel like this 5th base is a little bit late, especially after all the cancels. I feel like GogojOey did need to try and catch back up into this and double, even triple expand. As a result, like, he's... Honestly, GogojOey isn't that far ahead economically.
Oh.
Drone-wise, like, there isn't a large gap.
Okay. Fleet Beacon and +1.
Yeah.
I see. I see where we're going with this.
You came in just in time for the Sky Toss game. Oh, the miles! Oh.
I'm cheering for GogojOey now. Kill him. Finish him.
God.
End it.
He's going to try, but he's not going to be able to. The Void Rays are going to be able to clean up the roaches here. The Biles do kind of connect, but the probes were saved. We had so many banelings trying to go for that mineral line, but the cannons did stop them.
That was definitely an efficient trade for NightMare here, but I mean, look at the supply. I mean, surely that means something.
Nah. I can hear the doubt in your voice. Like, surely. There's no way, right? I mean, mate,
why?
Joey, the problem is that GogojOey is going Roach, Ravager, Hydra, and Hydras have their place against Skytoss, right? I know they're sometimes a bit of a meme, but they can do well. They do have a window where they are efficient. But as the game goes on, GogojOey is going to be regretting investing into these Hydras if he isn't able to end the game with the next push. He's pushing out across the map. 2 carriers are on the way. They will finish up just in time for this attack.
I feel like the window's already gone. Like, these Hydras are good for the Void Rays, but once the 2 carriers come out, I don't think that's really enough DPS to deal with everything that's in the air right now.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, if NightMare gets caught out without the support of his static defense, then maybe something can happen here. Here we go. The Roaches and Hydras pushing him forward. Nice force field, able to buy some time there at the natural base. More Hydras are trickling on in.
Yeah, I mean, the Phoenix picking up most of the Hydras, but they're out of energy now, so the Hydras can start to get on top of them. Few Phoenix going to be going down. Looks like he wants to focus down the Void Rays as well. At least one of those going to be going down. Good Biles too, but I mean, yeah, as we were saying, the carriers making the difference. It would have been enough if it was just the Void Rays and the Phoenix, but the carriers changed things.
The carriers have killed every Hydra. They're going to kill the army, but as this is happening, GogojOey, he does split off a couple of Roaches. They get into the main base, and they're going to be able to pick off some of these probes. I say that, but the cannon is pulling aggro, and they will be cleaned up.
Oh, I feel like we definitely could have got, you know, maybe 6 or 7 probes if we focus fire there, but looks like he's focusing more on going to the next step here, going into that hive, getting Corruptors on the way as well, and he still has an okay lead. I mean, he's stopping the Protoss from taking a 4th, so even if he does take a bad fight in his next fight, he can still remax, and the Protoss should be running out of money. This doesn't get too scary until the 4th gets down.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. As long as GogojOey is able to deny the 4th base and he can continue to trade like this, he has the economy to support it. He can still pull this off as long as he doesn't take another bad fight. That's the thing. Like, even though GogojOey has all these bases, this is a very gas-intensive army, and if he loses too many Corruptors, he won't be able to rebuild them.
Yeah, that's right. But here we go. We're going to be seeing Adrenal on the way as well. So that's going to be a very good tool if this game gets a bit more hectic, because NightMare's army kind of operates all as one ball. And if those Lings get a run by, say, into the main, they can start taking out buildings very quickly.
Oh, they really can. They really can. And we'll see if they can do so. We'll see if they can try and deny this 4th base. We do see NightMare trying to expand here and take that 4th. His army is in position to support it. We still need a little bit more time before we can really get any stack defense up. What's worrisome is that right now, GogojOey was forced to cancel his fresh base. He's busy back at home. He doesn't know where this expansion is taking place.
Oh, he's making spores now. It's over. He's defeated.
Here we go. GogojOey, he is about to max out though, and there we go. He's going to be checking this forward location. Does spot the 4th.
Yeah, there we go. So there's Lings going to be putting a good amount of pressure on. The Crackling's still not quite kicked in, but there's definitely going to be enough of them to break down this Nexus. And I mean, trading out Lings for the bases here is definitely what GogojOey wants to be doing. It's going to allow him to just keep improving his army as well.
Oh god, yeah, it will be allowing him to improve that army. He's working on some more of those upgrades. The spores are pushing forward as well. With the power of the spores and the queens and the army, this should be enough here to hold against what NightMare has. I'm so surprised that NightMare is going to try and break this here.
Yeah, probably not the best idea to fight over the spores, but maybe feeling like he has to get some damage done here. And actually, the Archons are doing some pretty good work. I don't know if there's enough on the ground to deal with them, but looks like GogojOey going to fully commit to taking out the carriers, and he'll definitely get that done.
Yeah, here we go. The carriers go down. That was the thing keeping NightMare in this game. As you said, fighting over the spores and the queens.
Yeah.
GG gets called. GogojOey takes game 1.
Man, he made a lot more of a game of it than I thought he would, though.
Ray, I'm telling you, just give a Protoss 2 to 3 Void Rays and mate. They can make a game out of it.
I thought we were free to go. I thought it was over.
I mean, honestly, if NightMare hadn't overextended like that and pushed into that kind of fortified position, maybe the game would have continued, you know? Maybe it would have kept going.
Yeah, that was a bit of a weird decision, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe it's bench time.
Maybe. All right. Well, with that, you know, GogojOey does take the first game. We're going to be getting ready for game number 2 as well. Oh boy. And yeah, pretty surprising start to the series. I mean, NightMare straight up, he's the favorite coming into this, you know. He may not be like a hero or a creator, but he's still a damn good player.
I don't remember how the song goes. Nah, it's all good. I was just thinking about the, you know, the I can be your hero, baby. But NightMare can't be your hero.
Oh, you can't. No one else can be.
I feel like he'd be more like a, like an anti-hero, like a Punisher or someone like that.
Yeah, or like a Venom, you know?
Is that an anti-hero? I don't really know anything about him. I thought isn't he just a bad guy in Spider-Man?
He becomes an anti-hero.
Cooperative.
Yeah, he becomes. He's all right. It's okay.
Was he in the Spider-Man game that you played?
No.
Okay.
Smooch.
Did that have many of those characters, or was it just like?
Yeah. It had like Doc Ock, had the Goblin, had Rhino, had the Vulture. You know?
I remember Doc Ock because you were so sus about him.
Yeah.
You were like,
yeah.
Oh, he's not feeling very well. He's gonna betray us.
Well, no, because look. I don't know if you remember that game, but it's like every time you spoke to him, he's like, Peter, you know, like, I'm getting so depressed, you know, I hate life, I hate everything that's happened, I need to talk to someone. And I'm like, talk to it. I'm like, he's your friend, he's your friend, talk to the man.
I need help, but also I have this chip, and when I put it on, I get murderous urges. Do you think I should do that more?
And Peter's like, you know what? We'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Like, I'm busy right now. Shut up. He walks away and he's like, man, I'm so worried about him.
Yeah. It's like, look, Doc, look, I could be the father of a child right now. I've got too much going on. You know, I'm homeless. I gotta go. And he's like, maybe. Is he gonna kill someone? Oh my God.
Speaking of someone who's going to kill someone, in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, with the Zerg pieces in the red, it is GogojOey.
Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Altitude, we have the player currently down in this series, representing Team Abydos. It is NightMare.
Remember, when I was younger, I had one of those iPod shuffles, like the little small ones, the second gen ones that clipped onto your belt strap or whatever.
Yeah.
And one of the songs I had on there was All Nightmare Long by Metallica.
Oh.
Good song.
Nice. I had the iPod Nano. It was like a little, it like fit in my palm. It had a screen.
Yeah.
It had a screen.
But it's just a very small one.
Yeah. Very small. Yeah.
I wanted one of those, but I got a shuffle instead. I was a bit smudged, but then it turned out it was kind of good having such a small thing.
Yeah. You know, small is still good.
About how you use it. To be honest, if I had a Nano, I would have smashed it. I've smashed every phone that I've ever owned, so it's probably for the best.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're an animal. Aye.
It's just like, I don't know. It had always been some inane way as well. It's not like I was like drunk and dropped it or something like that, because I did do that and it wouldn't break.
Yeah.
But then I would just be like getting out of a car with like slightly loose fitting pants and it would just like fly out of my pocket and smash on the ground.
Jesus.
Or like I'd be going to the bathroom and I'd like pull it out of my pocket and it'd just face down tile floor.
I've never smashed a phone before, cracked a screen or anything.
What?
Never. The closest to that I've gotten.
How?
What do you mean how? I didn't drop my
I've
phone.
I've crashed like 6 or 7
What
phones.
I've never cracked a phone, but it was the iPhone 4. I think it was iPhone 4.
Okay.
It was left like in my pants, in my jeans. You know, this is the last time I wore pants, actually.
Very far away from you.
Yeah,
Right?
because of this. I left it in my jeans, and it went
Never
into,
again.
and it went into the washing machine with my phone in it, and my phone got washed, mate. It's washed.
French.
Yeah, it ruined it. See, ever since then, I'm never wearing pants again.
Yeah. Not letting that happen again.
It's my origin story.
My current phone is smashed to shit. I just use it anywhere.
Oh my god, you're all out. Do you have like protectors for your phone?
I have like the case, yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't really do anything if you drop it face down.
I guess. I've only ever dropped my phone like on carpet. Maybe my brain like knows that it's safe to do, so I drop it, but it's on carpet, so it's fine.
I used to leave the case off the iPhone because it looks better without it. It does. It looks so sleek. They have like such a nice metal finish on the back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's the point of like them going to all that effort to design the phone and then everyone just uses a case? And the cases are crap.
Just get a customized case. You can like buy like
No, I'll just get a new phone after I break.
You can get a new phone. Mate, you're crazy. To be fair, currently I don't have I have a new phone. Like I finally replaced my iPhone 6. I upgraded from like a 6 to a 13. Like
whoa.
But I don't have a case for it because that's money.
Yeah. Free balling.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. A lot of the time I just had like Windows phones and like I don't really care. Like I'm probably better off if I break that phone, to be honest.
Why do you want to break it? Well, there's something in your brain that's like it's good. I like breaking phones.
Yeah. It's just like I don't know. It's just something that happens in your life. It's like a life event.
Yeah.
Break your phone. Cool. Something to think about.
Oh my god. Well, speaking of something to think about, we had a pretty standard openers all around. Hatchcats pull from our Zerg player. NightMare did go for a Stargate opener. And I don't know if you noticed, but NightMare just lost his first Oracle.
You see no coin in the chat.
What's he saying?
Asher is talking about how he smashed all his devices, and Light's like Peter. He's like, let's talk about this later. Oh my god. It's so funny.
Oh my, I mean, look, this is not the time to talk about, this kind of ingrained, mindset that you have that you think it's okay to
smash. It's just clumsiness.
Is it?
Yeah, most of the time. I smashed one on purpose once, but like the rest of the time.
Oh my god. You just said it's a good thing to smash the Windows phones. You just
yeah, because then you don't have a Windows phone anymore. It's for the best.
So you said instead of getting a new case, you're just gonna get a new phone.
Speaking of nice, NightMare going through, taking out 11 drones, so very good damage with these oracles. Fantastic control coming out from him, and GogojOey just being caught a little bit out of position with those queens.
Yeah, exactly. NightMare getting quite ahead, actually, in the worker count overall here, evening things up, which is always a good thing for the Protoss. We have a 4th place on the way. In total, NightMare has been relatively passive. Other than his Oracle aggression, it has really paid off for him. Meanwhile, because of the map, because we are on altitude, we didn't even get to talk about it, GogojOey hasn't really been able to be too aggressive whatsoever here. He's just been stuck at home focusing on his own defense and struggling with it.
I forget that this map's real.
Yeah?
That's it. That's the whole thing.
What do you mean? Why? Just unveto it, mate. Why are you so afraid? It's a Terran map.
Unveto it?
Yeah.
I showed Migs a replay today of me playing on this map because I was playing in customs, and he was just like, "Why would you play this map? Like, do we even need to look at this replay? Like, just veto this map."
Well, yeah. Or you could unveto it. Just saying.
As we do have a bit of a Ling Bane attack coming out from GogojOey. Has some Lings back at home to deal with this pressure as well, but doesn't really have the roaches to do the more sustained damage.
Yeah, he really doesn't. Meanwhile, Baneling speed, ooh, and a bit of an anti-timing, 10 seconds away from finishing. The Banelings will not make it through. Meanwhile, the Lings pushing off of creep to fight under the protection of these Oracles isn't going to work out either. NightMare kind of winning here on both fronts.
Yeah, NightMare's control is very crisp, especially with the Stalkers and the Oracles here, and he's making the most out of these little packs of units here. It feels like he has just gotten himself a pretty huge lead, and all these little pressures here are just going to exacerbate the problems that GogojOey is going to be having from losing all those drones in the early game.
Yeah, it really is, and GogojOey is still up against the wall in that respect. He barely has any creep active on the map. He's barely trying to expand here. Whatever he does, NightMare is there to stop it, as we are going to be seeing a cancel on this 5th base. And NightMare, he's getting set up here to push on in. We do see a Ling Hydra army from GogojOey, which can do quite well for itself, but we just don't really have the supply to work with right now.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, NightMare's doing a very good job here of pushing on a couple different fronts at once, trying to make sure that he keeps that map control. I mean, on such a huge map like this, being the aggressor and having this map control is really going to help you a lot. It stops these run-bys from catching you off guard, which can be, yeah, such a huge problem on such a big map.
Yeah, it really can be. Finally, GogojOey is going to be able to force back this Protoss army, but so many Lings are being shaved off. And as soon as the Lings go down, these Hydras are going to be vulnerable, and that's exactly what happens. But the Banelings are rolling in. Up, up, up.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be losing a Stalker there, but the blink control for the most part been very good, just blinking back these individual Stalkers over and over again. And as you were saying, takes out all the Lings, and if he can start getting on top of these Hydras and Banelings, these are much harder to replace, much more expensive units in general, and the Stalkers would love to be trading out with them. And
they would really love to, and they definitely will. They do target fire as many of these Hydras as possible. We do have Lings coming to reinforce, so not the best trade here for NightMare afterwards, but still overall, you know, you get some Hydras at least.
Yeah, not brilliant. I would definitely like to see some Zealot run-bys paired with this, and there we go. The Zealot's going to be running into the 3rd, but the Queen's very well placed in position. Lings and Baneling's going to be split off as well to deal with the last of that, so smooth moves by GogojOey. But during all this, he is struggling to get a 5th going, and NightMare has his 5th pretty much up and mining now.
Yeah, the 5th is fully operational at this point. GogojOey barely trying to get his own up and running on the bottom right-hand corner of the map. We do see a stage trap finishing up here, but it does get baited out by a couple of those units. And GogojOey, he's being left exposed. Where's the Ling Bane?
Oh, yeah, these Hydras are in big trouble. They need some units getting on top. The Banelings get some very nice connections, and enough Lings are going to be here to push this back. But once again, just taking some pretty good trades overall. I mean, yeah, having a look at the units lost, NightMare has traded very efficiently here.
Yeah, he really has, and I think this may just be a little bit too much. I mean, to be fair, NightMare, he isn't necessarily taking up in a different direction. He's still just working with a pure gateway-based army, so it takes a while for it to really overwhelm, but he definitely is on that track.
Yeah, for sure. As he jumps on in, gonna snipe down a few of those Banelings. We'll be losing a Stalker or two, but he does have the Oracle to fall back to. I think there was a Stasis trap back here. Okay, no, it looks like it has been set off already.
Yeah, it was set up already, but we do see the Stalkers pulling all the way back here to the base. Overcharges pop. We have 2 cannons as well. At the same time, the 6th base is cancelled for GogojOey.
Nice, yeah, good amount of units over here to the left. It looks like that was what was left behind to deal with the run-bys, and recognizing that all the army is being committed on the right-hand side here, he'll be able to split those off. A little bit cheeky here as well, taking this base on the right. I think if GogojOey notices that, he can definitely cancel it.
Well, there we go. He does notice that. It looks like he's headed over there to force that cancel, but there's still just so many Blink Stalkers.
Yeah, I don't think this is a fight. He was definitely using those Hydras just to buy himself time for the Lings to get the cancel, but I don't think the cancel's that important, and yeah, every single Hydra going to be going down.
Yeah,
what just happened in the middle there? That was so weird.
Oh my god. This is going to be the turning point here. NightMare, he just shuts down the army. He is maxed out on Blink Stalkers and Zealots. We do see NightMare trying to go for, GogojOey trying to go for a bit of a link run by across the map, but it's going to be cleaned up. He doesn't have enough across the map. He doesn't have enough back at home either.
Yeah, that is a lot of Stalkers. I mean, going onto creep into a concave, probably not going to work out super well for NightMare. And yeah, not the best trades there, but I think any trade's a good trade for him at the moment just because of how much he's stunted GogojOey's economy.
Yeah, he really has. The Blinks are still pretty damn good. We have an Oracle to support this army if he needs it, but no, he doesn't. The Lings all go down. The Hydras once again are exposed. We see another army coming in from the left-hand side. GogojOey was able to sneak out that 5th base, but he can barely mine from it. He's kind of cut off from it because of the attack angle of these Stalkers.
Yeah, and this is one of the huge problems with this map is these bases are so far away from each other. These split pushes become incredibly hard to deal with, but I mean, as much success as he's having on the left here, NightMare does look like he's going to be cleaned up on the right if he doesn't drop back. And, oh, there we go. We do have a warp in of Zealots to reinforce that army. That should just about be the nail in the coffin here for GogojOey.
Yeah, exactly. NightMare is going to be winning on both fronts in the end. This Triangular Third is going to be cleaned up. The 5th base is exposed. And NightMare, he's once again diving on top of the Hydras.
GG. Very convincing game coming out from NightMare, though.
GG, well played. And oh boy, yeah, with that, we have a tied up series. We are going to the ace match.
Casual 500 APM on Protoss. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, you don't see that too often, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that, to be honest.
I've never seen a Protoss above 200, mate. It's crazy.
That's a very high APM for a Terran, even.
Yeah.
And Terran does tend to get a bit higher. I mean, I know APM probably doesn't matter that much, but, you know.
It's nice. It's nice. Nice to see.
Yeah, it's nice to look at. I know people like to look at it.
Yeah. Big number, Poppy. Big number. But yeah.
Exactly.
We have a series here before us. We are going to be going into game number 3, and I'm excited. I want to see how this all ends. GogojOey versus NightMare. I never expected it to be this close. Obviously, here on Altitude, it did feel as if NightMare had just so much control overall. He just had such an assertive stance from the get-go just because of his Oracle harass. But hopefully, GogojOey can have a bit of a better time here in game 3.
I'm a little bit worried for him. Ancient Cistern does tend to play out pretty similarly in PvZ, except that the bases are a lot more defendable for the Protoss, and there's more abusive positions that you can get units into where you're kiting the Zerg back into a choke. So I think if the game plays out in a similar way, it's probably going to be even more convincing for NightMare. And in light of that, I'd probably like to see GogojOey doing something a bit more aggressive or cheesy.
And speaking of being aggressive or cheesy, we have the red Zerg player in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Cistern representing the Juggernauts and the land of Hong Kong. It is GogojOey.
And the Korean Protoss in the bottom left-hand corner for Abydos. This is NightMare. Whoosh.
Oh. Vámonos, papi, vámonos. As I basically have to echo what you said earlier about how, you know, we may see a repeat of the last game. I want to say though that after that, I believe that GogojOey is aware that really what was lacking in that last game, what was really hurting him, and what snowballed was his Oracle defense. You know, those Oracles did so much damage, and because of that, GogojOey was really struggling to keep up economically with NightMare. If he's able to just, you know, nail that down, you know, be a little bit more attentive with his queens, then that will drastically change the outcome of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. But so far, pretty standard opening coming out from both players. I wonder as well, I mean, NightMare could be the one to mix it up too. He might go for Glaives or something like this. A bit of a skill check. I know the Korean players love their skill checks later on in the series.
Yeah. I can see that happening as well. Again, NightMare, he's the player that thrives in the early to mid game, I feel. Even in that last game, you know, he refused to transition. Despite having such a great economy, I feel like a player like Hero would just, you know, throw down a couple of robos and start, you know, taking up in a different direction, or throw down some Stargates as well. But NightMare just committed to just pure Blinkstalker. Blinkstalker Zealot.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at his control with the Blink Stalkers, I don't blame him at all.
Yeah.
It feels like that's a very good way to control the flow and pace of the game.
Definitely. Especially if you have the APM for it, and NightMare definitely does. Oh. But until that happens, again, standard openers all around here, and yeah, let's go, Poppy. Let's go. Next time, send some pics of your pizza.
Okay.
So
It's not the most like pizza's not the most pretty food.
That's what you think. I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
let's see.
pizza, the melted cheese. Oh,
Oh,
I actually ordered some Korean fried chicken.
oh,
It arrived at like 10 minutes before the cast, and I had to.
oh no.
I shoveled it inside me as quickly as
Oh,
possible.
okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
Do they give you the plastic gloves when you get takeaway?
They some places do. This place I got like a meal box. It's like Korean fried chicken, with like some takoyaki and some rice.
Oh,
Yeah, I love takoyaki.
that's always my favorite part of the Korean fried chicken is getting the little plastic gloves.
Yeah.
Feels so silly.
What do you mean?
It's just a bit. It's so over the top. You're
But
like
do you
wearing.
not wear them? Do you just go in with your
Yeah, I wear
hands?
them.
What do you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't go in raw. I'm not an animal.
Yeah. Well, you're making it sound like it, right? You're like, mate, these people, you know, putting on.
I kind of want to, but like you put the gloves on, it's like you're dissecting your food. It's weird.
Yeah, you know, you want to be surgical. You want to be careful, right? Have you been to some of those seafood places where it's the same thing? It's not like Korean necessarily, but
I don't know.
they're
That's an American thing, isn't it? Like the lobster.
Yeah. You go in.
Prawn?
You go in.
Yeah, nah. I don't know. I don't really like very messy food.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand. It's like, do I really want to work for my food? I felt that way about I had like crab in Singapore. You know, it was apparently like a famous thing there. But like, mate, you gotta have a battle with
crabs.
the crab. You know.
Crab is if you have a curve of like effort to how much it's worth, crab is like the tip of the.
It's
it's all the way.
Yeah,
it's maxed out on both axes.
100% because there's not that much meat in it, to be honest. You know? There's just not a lot of meat.
It's not worth it at all.
And they give you like a tool set.
Ooh.
They give you like 6 different tools to go in.
Yeah, no, I'd want to be paid after that, to be honest.
Speaking of, we do see both oracles do dive in towards the third base, and it isn't 11 like we saw in game number 2, but 6 drones are going to go down. But 6 drones for an oracle. Yeah, at least GogojOey was able to punish it.
Yeah, losing that oracle is not great. It's a very important part of this Blink style that you keep those 3 oracles alive. We saw in that last game as well just how well that they do at allowing the Blink Stalkers to constantly kite the units because they always have the oracles to drop back to. And having a third less firepower for that purpose is pretty significant. We do see as well, though, NightMare going to be moving out here, bringing a probe with him. So this is something that we see players do a lot with this initial Stalker push. And if they do catch their Zerg opponent being a little bit greedy, they can just continue to warp in Stalkers and turn this into a little bit of an all-in.
Yeah, I mean, this is very committed, by the way. I don't know if you noticed, but there is no Forge, there is no +1, there is no longevity with this army. NightMare wants to push in with these 7 gates, Blink Stalkers, and just end it all. GogojOey, it looks like he may have caught wind of this. No, not really. He's making units, but he's about to go for an expansion. Now he gets eyes on the Stalkers.
Yeah, but there we go. They are getting on top of the roaches here. So 2 roaches going to be going down straight away. We are going to be having a quick cancel going down on this would-be 4th over here as well. But looks like GogojOey, he's had time to assemble some lings, roaches, maybe get that spore in position as well as all the queens. So he should be able to push this back at least to some extent.
To some extent, but the blinks are pretty damn good. Not a single stalker has gone down yet. We do see some target firing onto those queens and on that spore. But yeah, there we go. The roaches are getting picked up.
Yeah, Roach is getting 1-shot now, so this is where it starts to get pretty dangerous. And it looks like, yeah, he has actually caught a little bit of a window here where GogojOey was taking quite early into Hydras. And that's definitely going to help him make this attack work here.
Yeah, going for these Hydras this early is just a little bit too greedy again. GogojOey didn't recognize what exactly was happening until it was already at his doorstep. So many of his units are being focused down. We need lings more than anything right now.
Yeah, certainly those lings are definitely going to help get on top of these stalkers, tie them down a little bit, and make some damage happen. But that is a huge stasis trap. Almost the entirety of the army has been stasis. And man, if he wasn't in trouble now before, he is in huge trouble now. Drones are going to have to be pulled from the natural. That is not what you want to be seeing. NightMare getting the damage that he requires.
Yeah, this may just be it. 15, 16 drones go down. GG gets called, and NightMare will take the series 2-1.
GG. The killer instinct coming out from NightMare to shut things down and find that little window where GogojOey was greedily attacking into Hydras. Nicely done.
Ooh, very nice indeed. GG, well played. GogojOey had a good start to the series overall, but in the end, NightMare was able to bring it all back. Unfortunately, GogojOey wasn't able to scout the main base and confirm that there was an all-in coming across the map. He didn't have any vision on the map either. As we saw, he was in the middle of expanding and even droning a little bit and teching as the push came in. So GogojOey just assuming, I think, that it would be similar to Game 2.
Yeah, but against a player like NightMare, that's not going to fly. And so NightMare, he is going to be punching his ticket into the finals, where he will be facing the winner of Cure and Damaga.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Cure and Imaga, a bit of a TvZ going on there in that upper semifinals. It looks like they have already begun, though. A little bit unfortunate, but they did already begin. So we will just be skipping out on the upper semis and just be going straight into the finals, unless they have a game 3. So
Your TvZ.
I know. It would have been great. It would have been great to have casted that TvZ, but alas, we're gonna have to just settle for the finals. And yeah, NightMare, he didn't have the easiest road to make it there whatsoever.